Do you need a great marketing tool to advertise your business or event? Then use Ottumwa Coasters. Get your business or event on drink coasters featured in Ottumwa's most popular restaurants. It's the most fun and effective way to reach the community. Starting at just $199, you get 1,000 coasters delivered to Ottumwa's most popular restaurants. Look for Ottumwa Coasters on Facebook or call or text 573-932-0111.
Everything you need to know to start your day. The Morning Wake Up is streaming live with Steve Shetler.
Hi, good morning. Hey, it is a Thursday morning. We are doing the Morning Wake Up here on Steve Shetler Media on Thursday, December 14th. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. And let's get right into it. We thank Ottumwa Coasters for bringing us our Morning Wake Up. You can like and follow Ottumwa Coasters on Facebook and get a hold of Elizabeth, as Elizabeth is going to help you out advertising your business, your event, whatever you got going on. Maybe it's a fundraiser. You never know. You can advertise it on a drink coaster and get those out to all of the most popular restaurants in the Ottumwa area. Again, Ottumwa Coasters. I got my coasters out there. In fact, I got a bunch of those and brought them to Sigourney and putting those around some of the Sigourney restaurants. So use it. Do it now. Right now. Do it. Get a hold of Ottumwa Coasters and tell Elizabeth that Steve sent you, Steve Shetler sent you to Ottumwa Coasters. They bring us our Morning Wake Up. Let's do our forecast. It's being sponsored by Amy's Salon House and Spa, and they are located at 202 North Main in Sigourney. Call or text for an appointment, 641-622-3772. Hair services, spa services, extensions, products, and tanning at Amy's Salon House and Spa. Plus, it'd be a great place for you guys to get a gift certificate for your lovey-dovey. Do that right now. Amy's Salon House and Spa. Cloudy skies to start today, gradually becoming sunny and a high of 46. Just a little bit of a wind. What a beautiful December day here in Iowa. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 24. Tomorrow, again, perfection. Sunshine, 51. Tomorrow night, increasing clouds, low of 32. You know what? I am reading yesterday's forecast. Friday, mostly cloudy, a high of 53. What the heck? I know I updated this earlier this morning, and now, of course, my National Weather Service website is not coming up. Regardless, it's Thursday. Don't let me confuse you. Amy's Salon House and Spa bringing us our forecast here on Steve Shetler Media. I'll have to correct that. Whoops. Let's see here. Hey, threw this up yesterday on my Facebook page. This is our second Christmas giveaway. Christmas giveaway number 2. And we are doing gift cards to the likes of Wood Iron Grill, Miscellaneous on Main, Country Grit Boutique, Tassel Ridge Winery, and Gardner Collier Jewelry. $25 gift cards to Wood Iron Grill, Miscellaneous on Main, Country Grit Boutique, and Tassel Ridge, plus a $50 gift card to Gardner Collier Jewelry. As I mentioned yesterday, I was getting my gift card at Gardner Collier. Diane saw me. Diane runs the show at Gardner Collier Jewelry, and she's like, I'll throw in an extra $25. So we went up to a $50 gift card there. So these would be great for Christmas, stocking stuffers, whatever you want to do, or just treat yourself. You got to treat yourself sometimes. So get in on that. That's going on my Facebook page. The thing is, and you just have to scroll down just a little bit to yesterday, And make sure I think it's a like. You like the post, you share the post, and then you go and subscribe to my YouTube page. That's the magical combination for this giveaway. So go subscribe to my YouTube page, Steve Shuttler Media, and then like and share the post on Facebook. It sounds difficult. It sounds more difficult than it actually is. But if you want to win that, you do those 3 things and you will be in the running, and I'll draw my prize winner coming up on Monday. Hey, coming up tomorrow, Friday, we'll have our Iowa Music Showcase live at Barnwired in Sigourney. You can check it out in person, get some coffee, get some lunch, or you can watch it live on Facebook and YouTube at Steve Shuttler Media. And we'll be welcoming in Molly Shannon. You see Molly right there. She is a University of Iowa student. She'll be coming down to Sigourney, and we'll be hearing her original music and getting a live interview tomorrow from Molly Shannon. Make sure you tune in or stop in at Barnwired in Sigourney. Let's see here. Also want to put a plug in for Keota Eagle basketball coming up Tuesday of next week. That'll be our next broadcast. I know the Eagles have a humongous game coming up tomorrow at Linville Sully. That's going to be huge. So good luck to the Eagles on that game. But our next broadcast that we'll have on Steve Shuttler Media, YouTube and Facebook, is against Montezuma. That'll be next Tuesday. So if any Montezuma business owners are watching or listening this morning and you want to be a sponsor, just get a hold of me and we'll get you on that game for a very affordable price. Again, Keota against Montezuma next Tuesday here on Steve Shuttler Media. We're doing the morning wake up. It's brought to us by Ottumwa Coasters, Amy's Salon House and Spa, bringing us our forecast. And as you can see, things are going a little bit smoother today than they were yesterday. My little box of my control box basically is working again. Thanks to my guy, Parker Stevens. Shout out to Parker. He helped me out from afar. He's going to school at UNI, but he was able to fix my problem by looking into it. So, Parker, thank you for your help as always. Hey, a good morning to you, Amber. Let's see here. Thank you. Good morning to you, Sandy, Tamara, and Sue. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Maybe we'll have an updated forecast by the time I get out of here. I just saw you yesterday, Tamara. You know, I was over at Oski Dental, and dang it, I got a cavity. I got a cavity up in there. What's up with that? I haven't had a cavity in forever. But my normal checkup discovered a cavity. So I'll be seeing Tamara and the crew at Oski Dental next week again to get that filled. I should probably do a video and then while my lip is numbed up. Hi, this is Steve Shuttler. Okay, let's go ahead and do some birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Let's see. Not a ton of birthdays today. Dee Wallace, as far as celebrity birthdays go, Dee Wallace is 75 years old, the actress. You remember her from E.T., and that's probably about it. Dee Wallace, she was the mom in E.T. If you go back and watch E.T., I love that movie, but Dee Wallace's character was a pretty horrible mom in E.T., but love that movie. Dee Wallace, 75. Let's see here, the bass player for AC/DC, Cliff Williams. He just sits there and quietly jams out, kind of rocks his head. Cliff from AC/DC, 74 years old. Singer and actress Vanessa Hudgens, High School Musical and Other Things, 35 years old. And singer Tori Kelly is 31. So happy birthday to those folks. In things that went on in this date in history, on this date, 1799, George Washington passed away. This was less than 3 years after leaving office as president. So, also on this date, 1819, Alabama became the 22nd U.S. state. Also on this date, the first miniature golf course opened all the way back in 1929. It was on this date, 1977, we all started singing, Staying alive, staying alive, Saturday Night Fever. Is on this date, 1977, Saturday Night Fever premiered in New York City. Should I continue singing the Bee Gees? Is on this date, 1997, Cuban President Fidel Castro declared that Christmas would become an official holiday. A little late to the ball game on that one, Fidel. But, yeah, Cuba finally got to recognize Christmas as a holiday in 1997. Today is Buy a Christmas Tree Day. I don't know why you'd wait this long to buy a Christmas tree, but you can. It's also Martyred Intellectuals Day. Does that mean smart people got killed for being smart? I don't know. It's National Alabama Day. By the way, Florida State should have made it into the Final Four for football instead of Alabama. Fight me on that one. And it's Monkey Day. At least we're not talking about otters and prairie dogs today. It is Monkey Day. So, got an itchy nose. Let's see here. Things you need to know. Or maybe not know. Al Michaels, legendary broadcaster. He has been told he will not be on NBC's NFL playoff coverage. Well, that's a ripoff. Al's a legend. Got to have him on there. Other stuff. A Seattle high school student was... Oh, this world we live in. A Seattle high school student was marked incorrect on a history quiz when he stated that only women can get pregnant. Yeah, that's correct. Good Lord. Let's see here. It's being slowly leaked that this will be Bill Belichick's final year as head coach at New England after a couple of losing seasons back-to-back. Best place in the U.S. to retire, according to experts, Tampa, Florida. That's with their combo of affordability, quality of life, and healthcare. Other stuff, Jack Black. He has confirmed that he'll be in Kung Fu Panda 4 in the future. Library of Congress has announced 25 titles that have joined the National Film Registry, including 12 Years a Slave, Terminator 2, I'll Be Back, and Home Alone. Those films joining the National Film Registry. I love me some Terminator 2. And other stuff. David Hyde Pierce said that he did not return as Niles in the new Frasier because he was just done with the role and wanted to focus on some new things. So that's a bummer. I liked him in that role of Niles. Netflix has named its most watched shows, covering viewer data on more than 18,000 shows that they have, and 100 billion hours of watching time. Now, evidently, The Night Agent comes in at number 1 on most watched shows on Netflix. Up next was the second season of Ginny and Georgia. I don't know if I've heard of that one. Anybody out there watch Ginny and Georgia? You know, yesterday my question of the day on Facebook was, I think, what's been your favorite show of 2023? And it didn't have to be like a news show or anything, but I don't think anybody said Ginny and Georgia. So that's interesting. Coming in third on Netflix's most watched shows, the South Korean thriller The Glory. Might have to check that out. And then the Addams Family spinoff Wednesday was the fourth most watched show on Netflix for 2023. Also, the national average price of gas is down to $3.13. Texas, that's the cheapest place to go for gas at $2.60. In some food news, Taco Bell. When you think Taco Bell, do you think coffee? No, nobody does. But Taco Bell does, evidently. Taco Bell is getting into the coffee beverage business. They are offering a couple of new drinks called the Coffee Chiller and the Churro Chiller. Maybe you can have a churro chiller after drinking your Dorito beer the night before. We were talking about that yesterday. Also, there's going to be 3 new flavors of Oreos hitting the store's shelves in January. That includes limited edition Oreo black and white cookies. What? Aren't Oreos black and white already? How is that new? They also are going to have Oreo peanut butter cakesters, and then they've got the Oreo gluten-free golden. Now, if you're not going to eat your gluten, just pass it over to me. I am all about the gluten. I don't understand gluten, so I like to joke about it. How about this? Today's impossible question. Today's impossible. See, I told you. It's today's impossible question. Today's impossible question. 10% of us do this on Christmas Eve. What do you think? 10% of us do this on Christmas Eve. While you think about that, good morning to you, Kay, Jan, Neil. Hi there, Neil. Melissa, good morning to you. Nick, Kurt, and Kathy. Heather, thanks everybody for tuning in, hanging out. So what do you think? 10% of us do this on Christmas Eve. It is... No. Good guess, Amber. It's put up a Christmas tree. Who the heck waits till Christmas Eve to put up their Christmas tree? Evidently, 1 in 10. Don't you want to enjoy it before Christmas? Am I showing too much chest hair right now? Let me button up a little bit. I feel exposed. 10% of us wait till Christmas Eve to put up the Christmas tree. And then also, bonus impossible question. 11% of us do this in the next 2 weeks, evidently before Christmas Eve, because you want to have a good... I don't know what I was going to say. 11% of us do this in the next 2 weeks. Break up. You break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. So that's happening. Good morning to you, Katie. Let's do some weird news.
That is weird.
In some weird news. You know what I do with Neil? As I read the headlines and I let him pick which weird news story we're going to do. So I'll do this. You guys chime in the comments. A grad student dies while duck hunting. They say water overcame his waders. If Neil Crott was in the studio right now, we'd probably be having a hard time keeping it together. Water overcame his waders. Another weird headline. This one might win. Dolphin with thumbs spotted off the coast of Greece. A dolphin with thumbs. Another weird headline. Study finds dog ownership reduces risk of dementia. Cats make no difference. I like that one. Another headline. Turkish lawmaker suffers heart attack after declaring Israel will, quote, not be able to escape the wrath of God. Amen. Another weird headline. Tesla recalls nearly all 2 million of its vehicles on U.S. roads. Another headline. South Korean robot dog breaks speed record. Got a few more of these. Yuletide owl found roosting in Kentucky family's Christmas tree. Record-breaking Christmas lights irk some neighbors in New York. And finally, $2 million $2 million winning lottery ticket spent 4 months in oblivious winner's truck. So somebody had a winning ticket for $2 million in their truck. You like any of those? You want the dolphin story? I think we have to read about the dolphin with thumbs. Where'd it go? It's hiding from me now. La 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 la. There we go. Scientists have found a dolphin. What's a good dolphin noise? I'm trying to think what a dolphin noise is when they come up and squeak. I can't do it. Scientists have found a dolphin with what appears to be thumbs. He was evidently hitching a ride on the side of the highway. The creature was spotted by researchers with a research institute on 2 occasions during boat surveys off the coast of Greece. I'm still trying to come up with a dolphin noise in my brain. The president of the institute said, "It was the very first time we saw this surprising flipper morphology in 30 years of surveys in the open sea, and also in studies while monitoring all these stranded dolphins along the coasts of Greece for 30 years. He added, despite the unusual appearance of its flippers, the dolphin seemed healthy and able to keep up with all the other members of its pod. A dolphin with flippers. That's something. Or no, not with flippers, with thumbs on its flippers. How about this? Duck hunter. Oh, you wanted to hear the wade? Let's see here, Neil Crack. You want to hear the water overcoming his waders? It's not really that funny. It's kind of sad. A grad student who went duck hunting in Oklahoma over the weekend died in what officials are calling an unfortunate incident, citing a statement from the warden. They report that the unnamed 24-year-old Oklahoma State University student headed out on Sunday morning to a lake about 30 minutes away from the school. The young man apparently hit a drop-off while in the water and went under. This is the quote. "Water overcame his waders." I mean, this would be a horrible way to go. You're wearing your waders into the water, so the water started coming in and basically took the guy under, and he did not return to the surface. So, Neil, I can't believe you wanted to hear that story. That is horrible. Shame on you. Shame on you. How dare you? Let's see here. Ways to know that people are lying to you. And, you know some of them, like, avoiding eye contact, changes in vocal pitch. Also, will tell you that people are lying. Although I do that my voice tends to crack every day on this show. It hasn't today. I did that last part on purpose, Let's see here. Unusual blinking will also tell you that they're lying. We said difficulty making eye contact or shifty eyes. Let's see here. Another sign that somebody might be lying to you is they hide their mouth. They repeat or rephrase questions. I said they repeat or rephrase questions. See what I did there? And then they point a lot. They point a lot if they're lying. So those are some things to look for if people are lying. And then here's some signs that you're exceptionally smart. If this talks about you, then you'll know you're smart. You're curious and inquisitive. You're highly adaptable. You tend to self-reflect. Also, you enjoy solving problems. You think before you speak. You love learning, and you have a great sense of humor. Boy, I like the humor part. I'm not sure about the others. But if you're all of those things, or maybe a combination of some of those things, you're smart. You're smarter than the average bear. Let's see. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I was outside with the dogs this morning. I always have a good story when I take the dogs out. If you were out early this morning, like when it was still dark, you were seeing some meteors, shooting stars this morning, because I was only out for a little bit this morning. Luckily, I live in a part of town where there's not a ton of lights. But man, shooting stars all over the place this morning. It was pretty cool. Hopefully you got to see some of those. It didn't take very long. I mean, you just had to stand outside for a little bit and look at the sky and you were going to see a shooting star. It was pretty cool. Let's see here. Public speaking. Do you guys like to speak in public? Do you consider what I'm doing speaking in public? Because I'm not talking in front of anybody in person. I mean, there's a few of you watching online. Let's see here. But a speaking expert says to avoid using these words and phrases if you want to build trust and credibility with the people you're talking to. Don't say, I think everybody sneaks in a few ums when they're publicly speaking. I know I do. Avoids, I say, I could just caught myself saying, in all honesty is something that you don't want to say if you're trying to build trust. Because if you say in all honesty before something, were you saying, talking honestly before you said that? Something to think about. See, I did again. I'm learning something from this. Other phrases to avoid. I think, sort of, just, like, I'm no expert, but in my opinion, I'll try. I'm sorry, but. So those are things to try. You try not to say those when you're publicly speaking so that people trust you while you're speaking. Tamara seen a lot of shooting stars last night. In the files of law and disorder, where is my... See, I got most of my things back. Law and disorder. Where's my dun-dun? I don't know. My dun-dun is not there. Files of law and disorder. This could also be in my moment of duh later on, but we'll stick with it right here. 2 Colorado men convicted of felony theft for stealing more than $2,000 worth of merchandise from a Kohl's store. The thing is, they argued in court for a lesser charge because the items were on sale and they had coupons. Idiots. Some good news. Firefighters. Have I ever told this story about the word firefighters? I was in radio before this, and one time we used to have a lady calling in for some news, and it was in the times before editing things was made easier, so there was no editing on this particular thing that she said, and she had a story about firefighters. The thing is, she got her tongue tied, and she said firefarters. And then it just continued on for several seconds because she was trying to correct herself, but she just kept saying firefarters. So yeah, gotta watch out for firefighters, or the firefarters might come out. Firefighters in Duluth, Minnesota battled 8-foot waves and freezing temps to rescue a dog who escaped his leash and jumped into Lake Superior. Not a good boy. You are not a good boy if you jump into Lake Superior. Dispatchers used cameras on a lift bridge being controlled by a bridge operator to help locate the callers and the dog. When crews arrived, they met with the owners of the dog, who pointed out where the dog was. He's that dog right there in the water, is what they said. And they pointed with shifty eyes. The dog was struggling, of course, in 8-foot waves in the middle of Lake Superior. They're like, yeah, he's the dog. He's the only thing out there alive in the lake right now. Firefighters and a few volunteer firefarters entered the water in ice suits that are designed to work in the extreme cold water and the ice of Lake Superior. This is a really long story. They got the dog. The end. That's a feel-good story. I know I feel good. Let's wrap this up with a moment of duh. Duh. Good morning to you, Jennifer. Thank you for tuning in right when I said duh. Moment of duh, and then we'll get out of here. A woman accused of stealing an Uber driver's vehicle because they were driving too slow. They're like, get out of the way. I'm going to drive myself. She was being taken to Austin's airport. I'm not sure where, though. I was going to say Austin, Texas, but I don't think so. This was on Sunday. Just before 12:30 a.m. on Sunday, an Uber driver picked up Nusha Afkhami, 27 years old, from a hotel to take her to the Austin Bergstrom International Airport. Now, while driving to the airport, the report states that the Uber driver said Afkhami appeared to be upset about how long it was taking to get to the airport. She proceeded to grab the driver's phone, throw it out the window, prompting the driver to stop and get out of the car, and that's when she took over. So, anyway, stupid people do stupid things. That is your moment of duh. And that is your morning wake up here on Steve Shuttler Media. Let's see. Let me take a look back. See if the National Weather Service's website is working. It is. Hey, let's get a forecast. I gave you the wrong forecast earlier today because I had my own personal moment of duh. Sunshine today. Beautiful. A high of 53. Man, it's going to be a nice day. Partly cloudy tonight. When I look over this way, I'm looking out the window. It is a nice day out there. Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 32. Cloudy for tomorrow, a high of 53. A slight chance of some rain coming up Friday night, low of 37. And a 50-50 chance of some rain on Saturday, mainly in the morning, otherwise cloudy, and 48. Right now, let's see. Although I do have an updated forecast, I don't have our current conditions because the National Weather Service is being mean to me. They're picking on me right now. But that is our forecast. At least you got the updated forecast here on Steve Shuttler Media, courtesy of Amy's Salon House and Spa. Coming up here later on today, let me look over at my schedule for today. We've got In Remembrance Of coming up at 8 a.m. We will not have a library video today from Miss Amanda at the Sigourney Public Library. I know she's been under the weather a bit this week, so best wishes to Amanda on getting feeling better. And then at 4 o'clock, we'll have our Great Outdoors video with Laura DeCook. And this evening, 6 p.m., the Heartland Humane Society weekly pet video will go up. So tune in. Lots to get to today here on Steve Shuttler Media. Again, scroll down my Facebook page and get in on our second Christmas giveaway. That's going on right now. We'll pick a winner coming up on Monday. Lots of gift cards up for grabs there. And we'll have our question of the day coming up on Facebook as well. So stick around. Thanks for watching and sharing and commenting and liking. You guys are the best and appreciate you guys and all of your support. That's our morning wake up brought to us by Ottumwa Coasters. We'll see you back here tomorrow.